on stage, or just about as you're to go on stage and give a presentation. In Toastmasters, they call that getting your butterflies to fly in alignment. That nervous feeling you have when you feel like hundreds of butterflies are sitting in your stomach, all trying to go in different directions, and you need them to go in a very specific direction. If this is one of your fears, you are not alone. Today, I'm going to talk about 3 tools that will help you get those little insects to do what you want. 1, be prepared. 2, connect with the audience. And 3, let go. Let's talk about how do you get prepared for a speech. Well, most of you probably know the first step is actually to write it, and then you need to organize it. And hopefully while you're writing and organizing this speech, you have a great introduction, a great closing, and 3 or 4 points that you want the audience to know. And ideally, you'll have talked to the meeting planner, so you'll know who's in the audience and what kind of information are they looking to hear or learn. Prepare, prepare, prepare. Well, according to one famous Toastmaster, Craig Valentine, an international winner, he said, stage time, stage time, stage time. Trust me, I have practiced at home, and the feedback that I have gotten from my cats has been completely worthless. And I haven't seen a dog that doesn't just sit there and wag his tail. You need real people. You need people that are going to engage, that want to hear the information that you have to share, or maybe that you're trying to persuade, or take a call to action. So first step is to be prepared. But after you've written, organized, and understood your audience, what are some of the other things that you need to do to feel comfortable? Well, where is the venue? Do you know how long it's going to take you to get there? Have you been able to scope out the stage? Do you know what the meeting planner or organizer is looking for? Have you checked in with them? Are you appropriately dressed for the event? There are so many little details, but making friends with the meeting planner will help you provide the right information to engage your audience. So believe it or not, that's one of the easier things that you can do in this toolbox. But something that's far more fun, and I think sometimes something that frightens people, is making that connection. And I'm not talking about your words. Your words only make up something like 12 or 15% of your message. The rest of it is vocal variety and body language. And one of the most important aspects of body language is looking at your audience. That's one of the best ways you can make that connection. For them to know that you care about them, that you're looking at them and you want to communicate with them. The other great thing is that when you connect with your audience, you start to relax. Because if you followed step 1 and you're prepared, what you're going to start to see is people nodding their head, people smiling at you, maybe laughing at your jokes. And this is going to help make those other 20 butterflies start flying in formation for you, so that you can actually enjoy being on stage and sharing that information, that message, whatever your purpose is for being up here to talk to the audience. One of the other ways that we connect with people is to tell a story. Storytelling goes back to cave people. Think about the caves that we've seen, the pictures on the wall of the hunt, of gathering food, whatever. But we are designed to tell and hear and respond to stories. One of my favorite stories about public speaking is the first time I did it. And I was clueless. Yes, I did write the speech, and yes, I was a subject matter expert. And the night before the event, the sales team gathered, and I was a solutions engineer talking about a piece of technology. And the head salesperson had us all talk, not give, but talk through our presentations. Well, Miss Dolan, that's the worst speech I've ever heard. I don't know why you even bothered to show up. I went back to my room, a bundle of nerves. Okay, how do I fix this? I did know what I was talking about, and I did know what they had asked me to tell the customers, and I knew how some of our existing customers used our product. So I added that to my presentation. Well, the next morning, Mr. Head Speaker, account manager, got up on stage. And he was so awful. His hands were in his pockets, his chains were jingling, and every other word out of his mouth was, And I was like, yeah, I can't do any worse than that. Those butterflies in my stomach, they went to Hawaii. They left without me. I got up and I knew that whatever I did, it couldn't be worse than the guy who had presented before me. Now that was sheer luck. That and the way the room was structured, which was a long table, dim lights, and the chief technical officer sitting at the far end of the room, who I wound up having a conversation with. And he clearly wanted to know about this technology. So talking to him was fun. And all his direct reports, they felt included because the table was so narrow. Turned out to be an awesome speaking engagement. Don't plan on that happening. Because I've also had situations where everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And technology is usually one of those things. So when you are preparing, if you're going to use technology, make sure it works. You'll feel much more comfortable. So we've talked about preparing, we've talked about connecting with the audience. And many of you are probably wondering, why did she say to let go? I've got this important presentation I'm going to give. I'm not going to let go of that. I got to deliver this important speech. Well, of course you do. What do I mean by let go? The presentation, the speech, is about your audience. It's not about you. It's about the service and the information that you're going to share. Whether you're going to educate them, persuade them, inform them, or motivate them to do something for a specific cause, that message is all about them. So when you start to think about how can I help my audience? How can I deliver the best information? How can I be really clear and just enjoy the moment? Before you get on stage, take that deep breath. Think about how much you care about the people in the audience. Think about them and how you can best serve them, and get out of your own head and let the presentation happen. So you're going to be prepared. You're going to connect. You're going to let go, and those butterflies are off to Havana. Hi, if you've enjoyed this video, please like or provide a comment below, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends.